No. No, it's not going to.
It's me error.
All right. Hi guys. Please, I want you to confirm if you can hear me. Please drop a message in the chat. Okay, I can see I have 16 people already listening in. Please confirm if you can hear me. Amaka. Guys, drop a message in the chat if you're excited to be here. Let's see. Good evening, guys.
Hello,
Right.
I can hear you, Mav.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I won't be using my setup today, so you know the network might be messy at some point. I just hope I can manage this for today, right? So I'm doing this call from Abuja, rather than the usual Lagos location. Okay. All right. So I can see your messages in the chat. Nice to have you. If you're new, if this is your first time to join any of my sessions, yeah, you can just indicate in the chat. Tell me where you're joining from in the chat. Okay. We're going to be looking at AI engineering today. And yes, this is going to be our first class. So it's going to be a quick one. We'll just take about 30 minutes. I would explain a few things that would get us started, especially those that haven't done anything in the line of AI engineering or probably Python programming. Okay, because we are going to be using Python during the course of this program. All right, so please, okay, first time here from Lagos. All right, Rema, nice to have you on the call. If you have experience working with Python, let me know in the chat. And please, I hope I have my moderators in the audience as well. Kindly take note of some of the feedback we're getting. If you have used Python, yeah, just let me know in the chat. All right. If you are new to software engineering, right, generally you have not done anything software engineering, you're just getting started in tech, also let me know in the chat, right? I have 17 of you. I can see 17 of you from YouTube. I believe some others are probably watching on Twitch, I guess. Let me know in the chat if this is your first time, joining an engineering session like this. You haven't done anything in tech before, you're just starting out and you want to start off with AI engineering, kindly indicate in the chat. I am a newbie in tech. Okay, so I mean, what we are doing, although it's foundational, I think I would also recommend, a course outside of the program, right? You actually need to have some knowledge around software engineering, pretty basic things, right? It's not like you need to know a lot of things. So I would share some materials so you can explore that on the side. Okay. Okay. I can see Caroline. I have used Python before. Okay. I've used it before, Flask and Fast API. Awesome. I'm a newbie in tech. I have done a few models as well, but I want to understand the underlying principle. Nice. I'm new to software engineering, Lawal. Okay. Do I have anyone in the audience that is not based in Nigeria? Okay. Adorable Daniel, newbie in tech. Possibly the 1000 time here. All right. Hi, Chukudi. Okay, nice to have you. I'm a newbie too. Balogun, that's a lie. Don't lie on this call. Huh? I'm from Ghana. Okay, Jamal. Jamal from Ghana. Okay. Do we have any other person that is not based in Nigeria? Let's try to understand. I think I know some of these names. All right, so I'll be sharing my screen. I prepared a very simple stuff on Notion that I'll be sharing with you. So yes, we're not going to write any code, of course. I'm just going to share my screen, present a couple of things, and yeah, I want this class to be very interactive. So I would actually appreciate when you ask questions, and I will be checking the chat from time to time because I'm just using a single screen here, so I would have to always jump into the chat. So yeah, keep dropping the messages. I've used it before. I can see I'm a newbie. I'm in Kenya. All right. Nice to have you on the call. Okay. All right. Please confirm once you can see my screen. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So I'm sharing now. Maka, please let me know if you can see my screen. All right, guys, let me know in the chat if you can see my screen. Okay, thank you, Salim. All right, so what I have here on my screen is just, just like I mentioned, it's a quick intro to what we'll be covering today, right? So the idea is to just give you, the basics, make you understand what this would hold for you as, a career possibility, right? You're getting into AI and you choose to go the route of becoming an AI engineer. Yes, like I mentioned, there are some basic things you need to know, right? What exactly is software engineering? What are you doing as an AI engineer, right? What exactly is AI in the first place? What are some of the things that you need to know? I would probably, just like I said, I will share a link to resources. So if you're not on Discord, do well to Discord server. And if you're not on the WhatsApp group, I think it's it makes sense if you're on the WhatsApp group, so you can get updates from the moderators that are held outside of the main sessions. All right. Okay, so on my screen, introduction to AI and its possibilities. At the end of this session and by the end of the week, you will understand, the basic concepts of AI, what exactly is AI, and how it does fit into your daily lives. Before I proceed to the next topic I have here, what exactly AI is and what AI is not. I believe most of us are already familiar with tools like ChatGPT. Definitely, secondary school students are already using this, right? So please, when I ask some of these questions, messages in the chat, let me know. If you're not familiar with the tools, please try as much as possible to always respond, so that I can go back and probably share some examples on my screen. Okay. So ChatGPT is one of those AI tools out there that lots of people, whether technical and even non-technical people, are able to use, to explore different topics. I think that's the best way I would just put it out for now. Very simple. Explore different topics, learn, ask questions, get feedback. You have this chat interface, very interactive. You ask questions, you get response, and you are able to I mean, sometimes the response is not always accurate, right? I mean, when we started using these tools, most times it was, inaccurate, right? Call it hallucination. But now I think a lot of people, tend to use these AI tools even in their day-to-day activities, their jobs, because most likely you get you get to improve the number of things you can do in a day, the number of things you can achieve in a day, leveraging Chat GPT and the likes, right? We have Google Gemini. Most of you might have used it as well. If you have a Gmail account, it's most likely you must have tried out Google Gemini. If you work in an office setting, you probably want to improve the speed at which you update your documents, or you write your emails. Some of these tools must have assisted you, in doing that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this tool, of course, falls in the line of what we'll be covering. I will teach you guys how to leverage tools like this, to improve whatever it is you do, as well as how to plug it into your day-to-day, the day-to-day tools you use in your offices, right? Yeah, so we're going to get to that. I'm going to make you understand how tools like ChatGPT work. Tools like Gemini, how it is built. We will not dive so deep into the technical part of these things. We'll just cover some of the fundamentals, and then we would get to learn Python and use Python to okay. All right. So AI is, I think, the simplest way to put it. Let's say if a computer can do something that usually needs a human thinking, that is AI for now. That's the most simple way I will put it. So AI means artificial intelligence, and it simply, enables computers to do things that would usually need human thinking, right? So let's say, in the past you need someone that is very experienced, someone that is advanced to give you professionally written emails, essays, right? And now we have tools that with the right prompt, a simple prompt, probably just a line or two. You have professional essays, professional letters. You have proper documentation. If you are into software engineering and you know what PRDs are, right? PRDs are for you. You don't even need all those details, but come to think about it, you don't even know how to create this, but the tool is able to give you something that a professional would see and say, "Oh, this is not so bad, right? We can probably write on this. We can make it better." Okay. So yeah, that would be the simplest way, and I think I even added that explanation here. So if a computer can do something that usually needs human thinking, that is artificial intelligence. So it's a technology that enables these machines to perform a task that typically require human intelligence, understanding language, recognizing images, and making decisions, or even solving problems, right? So a computer can simply pick up that task and finish the task with some level of precision, right? Some advanced that requires probably critical thinking or deep thinking. Some AI tools can actually give you good quality, but then it requires experts to review and probably make some additional updates to those outputs from the AI tool. Okay, so what exactly is not AI? If you have yeah, basic calculators, simple if-then programs, when there is no learning or adaptation, if you write basic Python code, to perform simple tasks, and there's no form of learning, no form of adaptation, yeah, that is not AI, right? You have a simple program, it's meant to do just one thing, and you can't really have like interactions with that tool. It doesn't learn from data. It doesn't give you that that feel of intelligence, right? And that is why I just use the term feel. Okay, it doesn't give you that feel of intelligence. Because when most people actually say, AIs are so smart, they can do a lot of things. At the end of the day, it's just, I would say it's just giving you that feel of intelligence due to the amount of data that some of these models, and we'll call it models. We'll get to talk about that later. But it gives you that feel of intelligence based on the amount of data it has been trained on, right? Or it has been built on top of. Okay. Yeah. So having a regular database that stores lots of information and retrieves information from there, that is not AI. For those of you that are just getting into tech, I would also break some of these things down. Yeah, and the last thing I have on this list, basic automation, right? That is not, that is not AI. There's no form of intelligence, no feel of that intelligence, involved, right? It was not trained on data to perform that action. It was just built into, the process. Okay. All right. So before I proceed, I'm going to explain some of these things again, but this time around with, basic diagrams. So for those of you that did not understand some of the things I said, I think this time around you would get to understand it better. Okay. All right. So right here, I have opened up on my screen Excalibur. Let me see. Can you see this? All right. So please confirm if clear enough. I think it should be. Let me check from my end as well. Okay. Someone said, please, you are breaking. Yeah, apologies for that. The network here might be unstable. I hope you can hear me now. Okay, all right. So let me see. No one is dropping a message. Please confirm if you can still see my screen. Confirm if you can still see my screen. Let's see. Okay, thank you, Alawi. Thank you, Daniel. All right, so yeah, back to what I was sharing here. Now let's say we have let's say we work in a government work in a government agency. We have a user called John, and John works in a government agency. Let's say the security department. Okay, department. All right, so John, I've been working with this government agency that is into security, and I say John has been working in this space for like 5 years, right? And all these years, John's task basically is to identify cases of theft, right? So we usually get to share some video clips. So we have a different unit. Let's call them IT, right? So we'll have a different unit. We'll call them IT. So IT department would usually share some videos with John's department. So this time around, I will just put it this way. We have these guys share videos with, and I'll say share security footage with John or with the security department. Okay, let's correct some of this. Security. All right. So we have this department share security footage with this share footage with those video footage, right? So that's a video footage with the security department. So what John and others in this department would do, and this is what they've been doing, right? They spend a lot of time. They spend a lot of time looking at those footage and trying to identify cases of theft. And yeah, there are so many things they would look at here, right? When they are looking at this footage, they will try to identify what was stolen, right? They would identify who I would say who stole the item, right? So let's just work with these two for now. I mean, there are other things that might come up here. Where did this happen, right? Where did this happen? Let's just add more. What time did this happen? Okay, so there are more questions that can come in, based on who is asking. So let's say we have a team. Let's call this team the question team, right? So the question team is meant to, come in and ask a lot of questions, regarding the footage that was shared, and John is simply performing that action of reviewing, right, reviewing the let's say reviewing and identifying the cases of theft. Now, come to think about it, let's say we have like 1,000 videos shared per day. Maybe that is too much. Let's say 100 videos, shared with John's department per day, and let's just assume we have John and one person, looking through these videos, and each of these videos are probably like 10 hours long, right? Each of these videos. Now, I mean, just remember I put some numbers here. So I said 10, I said 100 videos per day, and 10 plus hours per video. Okay, so I want you to imagine, the amount of time it would take two people. To make things clearer, I think I would also include one more person. So let's say John and Mary, right? So I want you to imagine the amount of time it would take John and Mary to look through, 100 videos that came in per day. I'm going to also put something here. I would call this day one. Okay, and I like to be specific with these things so we can at least understand the amount of pressure that we are creating from this use case. Okay, so we expect 100 videos maybe for day one. Day two we get like 150 videos, and each of these videos 10 plus hours. Okay, yes, I believe we all agree that John and Mary will not be able to review 100 videos in one day, given the fact that each video takes over 10 hours. Yes, you might skip through each of these videos, and you probably have 5 hours of content to watch before you can at least if something in that video, right? Still, let's just say we have 100 videos to review, and let's just say they have about 60 videos left to review from day one. Now they have over 210 videos, right? Let's just say 210 videos. And yes, you have day three, you have day four, day five. Imagine this keeps piling up, and before you know it, they just conclude to skip the whole thing. They come down to the office, they give reports. Yes, we are done with the review. There was no video reviewed. They just
So, hi guys. I believe the Mav network took him off. So let's give him 2 to 3 minutes to get back on the call. I think this is a network thing. So while we wait, if you have questions based on what he has taught so far or explained so far, you can go ahead and drop these questions in the chat so that we know that if he comes back, he can also take that. So let's just give him 1 minute. While we're waiting for him, I would be playing a countdown loop. Thank you. All right,
So
Mav is back.
that my
Hi, Mav.
network. Yes, I can hear you, Amaka. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so I see some people are complaining about the network situation here. Please just bear with me. I would continue. I would continue from where I left off. Just bear with me for now. Um, you would also get recorded contents explaining these things. Okay, we can't hear you, so I think for about 4 minutes you guys could not hear me. Okay, so I would just take some steps back. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. So I was actually working with this example. Right? You have day one, they received 100 videos. Day two, they received 150 videos. Sometimes they are unable to finish reviewing all these videos, and then they have like probably they have to push some of the pending task of reviewing those videos to the following day. And then you have scenarios where the following day they probably have over 210 videos because they could not, or because they were only able to review about 40 videos the previous day. And yes, even the previous day, the videos they reviewed, they most likely skimmed through that video, right? They were just skipping, I would say, just about 1 or 2 that you get from the team is not accurate. Or let me say the feedback you are getting is probably made up. I think that would be the best term, because I mean I would have just said a lie, right? But yeah, I think I would keep it this way. So the feedback is made up because we know that they are not reviewing the whole thing. So which means they just paint a random number and or a random feedback, and they say, oh, we have reviewed 40 or 50 videos. But looking at the length of each video, you are not certain that they did that. Okay. So this is a big problem. And one of the ways we can solve this problem is by leveraging some of the tools we have out there these days. I mean, we have a lot of AI tools that are able to, look through videos, look through like an hour-long videos in probably less than 4 minutes or 3 minutes or even 2 minutes, right? And why is it able to do so? Is because it's simply able to do so because the amount of time required, this is, we're talking about machines looking at this, right? It doesn't need to spend 1 hour to review a 1 hour video. It probably has to do that in 1 minute or less, right? It simply scans through the whole thing, and you have machine learning models that have been implemented to tell you or to answer different questions while looking at this video frame by frame, right? What do you think is wrong, or what do you think? Yeah, what do you think is wrong? At different frames of the video, or different frames in the video, right? So if you have a 1 hour long video, it probably breaks it down into like lots and lots of frames, which are simply, I would say, like images extracted from the video. And you have a model that is able to look at the image and tell, okay, what happened in this video. And this is happening, in a matter of milliseconds, right? It doesn't even take like a second. Sub milliseconds is checking and saying, oh, on this video this happened, everything seemed fine. On this video, nothing seems to be wrong. On this video, someone seems to be pointing a gun at another person, right? And it would also try, probably make a call to a different model, trying to identify, okay, can we picture who this person is? Can we scan a database to identify? Can we scan like the identity database to identify who this person is, right? Do we have like a facial imagery of these people in that scene or in that frame? Can we identify using some of the facial features? Can we identify these people, right? Can we identify the environment? Where did this happen? can we use our database of locations, right, places, to identify where this happened, right? Can we try to tell, what exactly happened there? Is the person holding a knife? Is the person holding a gun? And at what time in this video did this happen, right? So you get feedbacks from the tool telling you, on the 20th minute, right, in this video, on the 20th minute, someone was holding another person at gunpoint, right? Someone was pointing a gun at someone. We identified that the person that was being robbed, if it's a case of robbery, is so and so person, living in so and so place. Okay, this event occurred at so and so place. Now, I'm just giving an example with recorded videos, but this use case I'm giving you is already implemented, and it's being used in places where they can even identify this type of scenarios happening in real time, which means they don't need to wait to even get the video. They don't need to wait to apply an AI model on this video to review what is happening there. This is happening real time. Now, there are lots of other use cases that I would share. um, let me share. Hold on, I'm going to share this in the chat. Just give me a second. Let's open this up. Okay. All right. So copy. I'm going to share this in the chat. Yeah. So while I'm explaining, maybe you can open it up on your end as well. So this is a platform called Manus, and yeah, it's new. They're just introducing us to what they call their AI assistant or AI agent toolings. And we're seeing a couple of examples they've put here, a couple of use cases. I think I can also share this right here. Okay, right. Okay, I believe you can see this. All right, so I'm sharing the Manu screen. You see, they have they are showing us how this tool handles a real world task through step-by-step replays. So they can use this tool to plan a trip to Japan, I mean, to any country basically, right? This is just a use case. They can use this tool to research on AI products for a specific industry, right? So you put in the industry, you just prompt in what you expect, and the tool is able to perform series of actions, right? Jumping from one website or one record to another, trying to accomplish the task you've assigned to it. Now, yes, these are more complex things that AI is doing at the moment. There are some basic things that we would get to also touch on. You see how those things work, but I would love you to just glance through this website, take a look at some of the things that AI tools are doing out there, and I believe you'll get a better understanding on what I was trying to explain here. Okay. Yeah, and I think you should also expect more videos, right? We'll have pre-recorded videos shared in the academy, the Top Universe Academy platform. So if you don't have an account there, please do well to sign up. Okay, do well to sign up. All right. So I hope I was able to explain from this practical use case I shared here. All right. Let me also point out some basic things that you should know if you are just starting out in tech. So yes, there's something we call software engineering. Most likely you've heard that before. Software engineering, of course, is the process of and I'm just going to keep this very basic, right? Process of applying engineering principles to software, I would say to software creation or to software development. So just to use some basic terms, okay, we have basically writing code. Okay, you're writing like Python code. You're trying to create something. Probably you're trying to create something that can so this is an example, writing Python code to perform a task, right? So you probably write what we call a function or a class, or a module in Python. We'll get to explore some of those things. We'll have videos shared with you on Python programming, right? So you're writing a simple function to perform a certain task. That is programming, that is coding. You're simply writing code. Okay. Um, Now we have software development. Okay. So if someone says I am into software development, what they are just describing is, I build software programs products, right? Um, through the first thing I shared, which is coding slash programming. Basically, we can even say no code, right? No code application. So no code is also an approach where you build applications. You do software development, but you're not writing code. Okay, you don't need to touch code. These days, there's something we call vibe coding, which is you having the AI, write code for you. You simply, do like what I would call documentation or the job of a product manager, trying to properly explain what you want, and you have the AI tool doing that for you. Okay. No code, you use some tools, some pre-built tools, to build other tools. Okay. You are not writing code, but you're leveraging what the platform has, the platform have built for you. So you are just leveraging some of those tools on that platform. Language, Java, Python, JavaScript, TypeScript. We have a lot of programming languages out there. Yeah, and but then when we mention engineering, it means you are actually applying these engineering principles. I think we should take note of this. You are actually applying the engineering principles to write your software or to build your software. Now, I actually have a roadmap, a software engineering roadmap that is very detailed, explaining some of the things that you need to know, some of the fundamental things you need to know to be good at this. I would share this on Discord. I'm not going to share my screen showing you that on Discord. All right, so I just want you to understand that building software the traditional way, leveraging tools and languages, setting up software development houses or teams, roadmaps, writing our PRDs, planning the project. Build tools, right, leveraging the concept of AI and machine learning. Why don't we build tools that we can bank on, to be more, I would say tools that we can bank on to even help us advance in this space.
Hello, Mav. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Just give me a few seconds. I'm trying to switch the network provider. Okay, give me a few seconds.
All right.
Yes. All right, I'm back. Amaka, please confirm that you can hear me. Uh, yeah, please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. Okay, I think it should be better now. I think it should be better now. Okay, so yeah, Yeah, so I was saying, we've moved from just building software that simply performs, simple actions, probably software. I mean, we have different types of software products, of course. We have, maybe you guys have heard of SaaS solutions, ERPs, software for enterprise, simple projects, maybe like your fintech applications and the likes that customers can interact with. They can use these tools to perform certain actions. Um, yeah, and they are pretty much comfortable with using some of those tools. But we've decided to go one step ahead. And by the way, AI is not really new. It's something that we've been talking about, something we've been studying, we've been using. Um, I think what is making AI look a bit, I would say, look like something new is, the I would say invention or development of tools like ChatGPT and the likes. It's making us see the possibilities of these tools in a whole new way, right? Yes, a lot of people have been building on top of AI. This whole thing. Myself, I started off in this space since the time of I would say fuzzy logic being a norm, right? When building solutions, we are asked how can you have how can you implement this for different conditions, right? If this is happening, that is happening, we should be able to build it in such a way that it can adjust itself based on this set of rules. Okay, you have a rule that says, if the weather is too hot, probably turn on the AC and set it to this specific number if the temperature is at this number. Do you understand? So we just have a bunch of conditions that we are checking for this, and it was almost automated, right? But it was automated based on the static criteria that we've put into that solution. And now we are saying, okay, how can we build solutions um, that can, in a way, seem like it's thinking for itself, right? It's not necessarily thinking, but yeah, it's basically working with a bunch of data that was used to train that system, right? Or data that the system can find on the internet. Right now, we have those features, right, where you can simply have the chat agent or the tool simply browse the web and try to figure out the best way to go based on the information it's seen on the web, right? Yeah, I mean that is the era we found ourselves in, and AI engineering is you then applying some of these possibilities in the tools that you can build for people to use, right? So you are an engineer, you're a software engineer, and you are now applying AI into software engineering, right? It's not just using AI, to build basic things, but then also going the route of integrations. Okay. On this material, I have a list of several things we'll be covering. We'll be taking this step by step. We'll be covering this this week, right? Not in a single class, because I really want us to understand some of the fundamentals of software engineering, like I mentioned, while covering all these things. So when I explain a certain topic, we would go back and look at how it relates to some other things we might have been doing, or that is done in the industry, for those of you that haven't done software engineering in the past. Okay. Yeah. So what we'll do is we will not go through the whole thing today, right? In the next class we have, or the next material shared with you, we'll get to talk about in detail AI versus machine learning versus deep learning. These are different, approach when it comes to building up, these intelligent, or these systems that have that feel of intelligence, right? So we'll get to look at some of these. AI biggest cycle, is the broad field, right? Is a field where we tend to make machines smart, and machine learning is a subset of AI, where the machines learn from data without being programmed to do those things. Manually. They're not programmed to do it manually. It is learning from the data that we are feeding into that system. And then, deep learning is a subset of machine learning that uses what we call neural networks, which is inspired by the human brain, right? So it's leveraging those neural networks to make decisions, and we'll get to dive deep into this, just to understand what we mean when we say neural network. And yeah, we'll get to look at some of these things. So yeah, we have simple analogies here. AI is the goal of making smart machines. Machine learning is one way to achieve that goal by learning from examples, and deep learning happens to be a specific technique within machine learning that uses brain-like networks to achieve that goal of making the computers smart, or making the machine smart. Okay. Yeah. So I have mentioned some practical use cases, but you would find some other samples here: facial recognition, quality control, medical imaging. So I would like you to go through this material. Yeah, what we are currently experiencing a lot these days is the natural language processing. You have used ChatGPT. I will not want to mention some of the technical terminologies that come in there, but you can actually use some of these tools for document processing, customer service. You have chatbots handling um, you know um, requests and complaints from customers, because we are fed in a lot of data related to some of those complaints, right? And it's able to look through that data and respond to your question when you ask questions like, do you guys have this meal in your I don't know, when you're working in a restaurant, you have a chatbot that is able to look through what you have, and then respond to the customers when they ask those questions. Do you have rice and salad and chicken? And it's able to check. It says that you have that, you have that in stock, and it says, oh yeah, we have that. It's able to converse in a way that the customer feels he's actually talking to a customer service agent. But this time around, he is talking to a customer service AI agent, because that AI agent, leverages what we call large language models, which is your Chat GPT and the other tools out there. It's leveraging those models, the models behind those tools you're using to respond, to respond in a human-like way, right? Yeah, we have these tools that can perform translation because it understands lots and lots of languages by consuming billions of words, right, across multiple languages. Okay. Yeah, so we have predictive analytics. We'll get to look into some of these things in the next class. Let's not have a lot of buzzwords flying around when you are yet to process what we've covered. Okay. I'm sure by the time you get here, you would get to see some technical roles, some AI career paths, AI ML engineer, data scientist. I just wanted to share some of the findings on the internet. And by the way, this material was created also with the help of AI, right? I mean, just to make you see, some of the possibilities. Yes, you might have been doing things like this. Since we are going to be covering AI engineering, why don't we, allow AI to also, play a big part in creating some of the contents and materials, even down to video materials, audio materials. We're going to be exploring some of those things. I'll teach you how to make those things. And if you already know how to make those things, yes, I would also point out patterns and approach to making those things better. Okay. All right, guys. So for now, you can ignore the assignment. This would come in after we are done going through some of these things here, right? So you're going to be receiving video materials on the academy. Make sure you sign up on the academy, and once we have those materials shared, the moderators would inform you guys, and you can check them out. Okay. So let me look through the charts. Let me quickly look through the chat. If I have any questions, I'll give you guys 2 to 3 minutes. Drop your questions so that we can end the session for now this evening. Please go ahead and drop questions if you have any. Yeah, please drop your questions in the chat. And if I'm unable to take your questions here, you can also drop your questions on Discord so that I can look through them and respond right there on Discord. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm assuming we don't have questions for now. You can always go back on YouTube to watch these recorded contents, right? Note that we'll be expecting, more instructors, so you're not going to have. Uh, Okay, so Manus is just a platform. We're not using Manus for learning. It's just a platform, and I wanted to share some of the use cases they have there with you, so you can see the possibilities of these AI tools. Okay, so you can check it out. Check out the website. There are so many other platforms. For those in software engineering, what could come out of them combining these? Uh, yeah. I mean that would be a great. In fact, that is the idea, right? That is the idea. Um, combining software engineering with this, because this is actually software engineering. You're just leveraging AI tools, integrating AI tools, to the products you build. So, um, thought this session was supposed to last for 2 hours. Well, for now, it's supposed to last for 30 minutes. Today's session was supposed to just last for 30 minutes, but I think from the next session, we'll be looking at an hour. And this is already an hour. I'm seeing 52 minutes here, right? Combined with the network issues. So apologies for that. Um, the intro is late. Okay, thank you, Emmanuel Ojo. Olasukami, so you can drop this question on Discord. I would also point out a couple of things. If you are new to tech, don't be scared. Materials will be shared. We have a course, about 50 videos, teaching you Python. Short videos, by the way, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So each of those videos are quite short and straight to the point. So you would spend some time watching those videos, learning Python, while we're also covering other things on live streams like this. Um, so yeah, can a beginner with little or no knowledge learn something? Yeah. Of course. Materials will be shared. You just have to be proactive. With your learning, you have to understand that you need to practice more, right? You need to practice more. Watch the videos, practice, read through the materials shared with you, ask questions. The more questions you ask, trust me, the more opportunities you have to learn. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. Let's have a wonderful evening. For those of you, I believe most of us are joining in from, yeah, we said Kenya, Ghana. So, yeah, let's have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys next time. Same time, of course, next week. And before then, expect some of those materials on the academy. So please do well to join the academy. I've said this like multiple times. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. All right. Bye.
All right, thank you so much, Marvelous. So, guys, I think before we go, I have just one thing to say. Please remember to fill your attendance form. You need 70% to move into the project phase. You currently have that link right now in the chat. So, I believe that you should all start filling it before you leave the call. So, that's that. I'll just play a song for a while so that you can fill that form. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely evening, everyone. Basically, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're watching from. Bye, guys.